What is up, Insta? What is up, TikTok? What is up, YouTube? And now podcast. Race Flav here, checking out this amazing art gallery studio with my friend Mario Lopez. I know you've been looking on the internet. You're trying to look for Mario Lopez, and the freaking guy from Saved in the Bell keeps popping up. No, this is the guy you're looking for. This is the real Mario Lopez, the true artist. Here in Whittier, California at this gallery. We're about to go through his amazing, beautiful gallery. I took a quick peek just to see it. It's beautiful, let me tell you. The other day I was talking to, I had Ramon Hernandez on the show. And we were talking about how like the Renaissance, the time, you know, nowadays, nobody's like paying somebody to do a painting for them. Like jumping on a horse and doing a painting. You know, most of the stuff now is like for the metaverse. Most of the stuff now is for logos. Most of the stuff now is for Instagram, like we're doing right now. But here, we got a guy, Mario Lopez, who's actually bringing back the Renaissance, and that's what this whole thing's about, I believe, right? Right. The Renaissance theme today, bringing back paintings, actual physical paintings, and we're gonna see that now, Mario. Can you take us in the car?
Yeah, absolutely.
Check it out.
So welcome to the studio. This is where you'll find me 24/7, basically, my home away from home.
Hanging out.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm here countless hours. I mean, there's times that my wife will call me and be like, are you coming home? And I'm like, oh crap, you know, I just zone out and
you lose time.
Yeah, you lose time because I'm just focused on that.
Because this is your passion, right?
Yeah, paintings is my passion. I'm also a tattoo artist, so I've been tattooing for a little over 20 years.
Okay.
But paintings is where my heart is at.
Because we're always talking about passion on the show. We're always talking about how people can do the things that they love to do, whether it's tattooing, like you say, or guys who ride bikes, guys who ride motorcycles, guys who do digital content, like my friend behind the screen. Absolutely having that passion for what you're doing. Mario has a passion for art, and he was just telling me, when this place is in a gallery, this is a place where he can chill, where he can do his paintings, where he can relax, have bourbon. Sometimes there's a couch right here to the left of us, and he's having cigars and bourbons. And now he can switch it just for today. Right. What is this show called?
It's Renaissance by Mario Lopez.
Renaissance by Mario Lopez. And look at these beautiful paintings. Let's look at this one right here particularly. This is fantastic. Tell me about the canvas itself. These canvases, is this something we can actually, like, before you even put the paint on, is this something that we can buy at like Michael's and stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah? These are all canvases. You can find this at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, pretty much any art supply store.
Okay, cool.
All of these, the majority of these paintings are actually a photo shoot we did here. My buddy Dan behind the camera. We did a photo shoot here. A lot of them are friends that came in and, you know, dressed up for me. And obviously I make up the background just so it can go with the outfits.
So before this was a painting, these are people coming in here taking photos.
Oh yeah. And I just pose them like, you know, do this, do that. And we take over, man, about 500 paintings. I mean, 500 shots. 500
paintings, you're painting a lot.
I didn't like this one.
Like all day.
They're like 500 photos. And from those photos, from 500, there's always like those 20 that are like, okay, these are it.
Just give you that inspiration.
Yeah, and that's why you need to take so many photos to find that one, like, okay, this is it, you know. And from the 500, 20 were like the best ones. So from those 20, I got 17 paintings. 17.
Before you did the paintings, was the idea to take those photos for this, or was it just for the photos at first?
It was for every time I'm gonna do a series. The last series I did was more cultural, like my Mexican roots. So like Dia de los Muertos, a lot of charros. Nice. You know, Aztec stuff. That was the series I did before this one. So this one was something that, and I get a lot of requests for like Dia de los Muertos because they see a lot of my stuff. So that's,
and we're in Whittier, so
and the majority of my paintings is that.
Yeah.
So by doing the Renaissance, I want people to see, like, you know, I could do more than just Dia de los Muertos, you know.
Dang, dude.
So this is kind of like showing, like, hey, I can do more than that, you know. So and it's the same style. It's just not, you know, that genre.
No, it's different. Would you say it's almost like European, right? If you look at this, this style, medieval times type stuff, the guy with the sword, you know, this is more like 3rd century Renaissance, right?
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to do the Renaissance because, once again, I go back to the cultural stuff that I did last one, and this is kind of like the Renaissance, but like of Spain. Because
Right.
we have Spanish blood too. People forget
100%,
that.
yeah.
People are like, oh, we're Aztecs.
So we're European and,
Yeah,
and
hey,
Mexica.
yeah.
We're
We happen to have, you know, Spanish blood, so why not represent that too? So this is kind of a representation of that.
That's funny because people here will say, I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm from Mexico.
Yeah, and
But
I
if you're
was born in
Albuquerque-
Mexico.
When you're in Albuquerque, I'm from Spain. I'm Spanish.
yeah.
Depending where you're at, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
No,
there is
no.
that European mix. There's that Mexican culture.
Yeah.
And if you go to Mexico, you're going to see all kinds of cultures. You can see people that look like Indians. You
Oh,
see
yeah.
people that from India. I mean, not from.
Oh, not indigenous.
Not indigenous,
Yeah.
but you know, of course, you have the indigenous look, but you also have people that look. There's parts of Mexico where people look like they're from India.
Yeah,
Like literally.
yeah.
And there's people that look, you know, white.
Yeah, Caucasian, blue eyes, blonde.
So you
yeah.
have that mix because of the Spanish Inquisition and the different things.
Yeah,
that happen.
and we have that. I mean, we wouldn't have this.
Exactly.
If we didn't.
And the spots, the missing spots too, from the indigenous side. Exactly. What did tell us about this painting?
So this is kind of like a little bit of a tribute to like Games of Thrones as well.
Oh hell yeah.
But obviously not Games of Thrones. This is just kind of this. I call it a Queen Wolf. That's the title of this painting.
That's awesome.
And you know, I like to paint kind of big. I don't paint as many small ones. You'll see a few small ones, but the majority are like, you know, like 16 by 20 and bigger.
Well, that's you're keeping the Renaissance spirit alive because
Yeah.
when you painted in the old days, they were big paintings.
Oh, yeah,
That
absolutely.
you put in palaces or
Yeah.
different areas or
Right,
barns.
right.
So you're keeping that alive. It's fantastic. Look at this stuff. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So they're all. I always titled all my my paintings.
Wow. And you can purchase them if you want
Yeah,
to purchase.
yeah,
by the way.
everything-
Everything's for sale here. Everything has a price. That's right. Look
Exactly.
at that sign. Fantastic.
Yeah. The reason for me painting it could be one reason, and somebody else could come like, oh, I think it's because of this and that. You know what? They just told their own story. They had their own interpretation of it, and that's the whole point of a painting.
That's freaking amazing.
You know,
You don't think about that nowadays because we get the video,
Right.
we get the sound, we get
Right.
the audio over the internet.
Right.
We get that over the cinematography that we see.
Yeah.
With paintings, you don't get that. You have a picture, a flat surface
Yeah.
that there's a story there.
Yeah.
And you either, thankfully I have the artist here, but if you don't, you're sitting here.
Yeah, like what would you
Yeah.
think about that one?
Like some dudes trying to, well, I'm kind of crazy, so I'd be like, these guys are actually designing the next Scrabble game. But but that's just like, I'm crazy. But no, I mean, they are plotting like are probably like, I mean, maybe they're doing some sorcery. I don't know. What is this about? What is
It's
this
called
about?
conspiracy.
Conspiracy. I knew they were up to something.
Yeah. So they're in a tavern, and you know they're trying to like make a quick buck. So that's their, you know.
They're just conspiring to make some
Yeah,
cash.
and you got this guy that works in the castle, and it's like, yeah, okay, guys, you know, we can get you in this day and all that.
Get on
so
the
I
in.
have, yeah, my mind kind of works that way.
And people, there were guys here dressed like that.
Yeah,
to
that's my
inspire
buddy
us.
Ralph, and that's actually his buddy. So, and yeah, they're dressed that way, and I couldn't get that many people, so you'll see a lot of them. Like I'm in there, but I try to change it up a little bit so it doesn't really look like me.
That's you right there.
Yeah, I'll change it up a little bit. So
a little cameo.
yeah,
of some
so
of your
you know,
paintings?
I'm my own model.
Hell
so
yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that one.
Yeah. So this is actually the title of the show. It's called Renaissance.
Oh, fantastic. This painting is the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, you know, I just kind of did a still life, put everything together. I have a Bible like from the 1800s.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and then these old padlocks and the crown. So
This-
I put it all together.
This represents everything Renaissance. I mean, the religion back then, the Roman Church, death. There was
The daggers.
The daggers.
You know?
The crown.
Yeah.
All that different. That just totally represents Renaissance. It's freaking awesome. It's awesome. Beautiful. Who's this young lady? Right?
The princess.
Princess.
Yeah, that was actually made up. That's not a actual real person.
Oh, yeah. With dreams can dream.
Yeah. So I just call her princess.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And this.
The forest queen.
Is this the evil one?
Yeah, well, she could be. And you get the reason she's called the forest queen. You could tell the crown. You know, it's more of a forest kind of.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy. And then you got the psycho girl, the kiss of death.
Oh, she's Kiss of Death? Oh my gosh. There you go.
Yeah,
God. And you use acrylic paint? Is that
it's all oils.
Oils.
I only paint with oils.
Oil.
Yeah.
It's got that it's like, is it come out shinier on this thing? I mean, I'm not an expert.
Yeah, it could. It's just, I usually try to put a varnish over it.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, this way it'll protect it and stuff.
Yeah, look at these details, the hair, everything just shown all the way through the swipe to the incredible. The eyelashes, everything. The detail. Something like this, how long would it take you?
That took me maybe a little over a week.
About a week.
Yeah, get it small too. We were talking about something like that.
Something like this takes.
That's one of my favorite ones. Actually, the first one I painted for this series.
Oh man, is that you, the king?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's actually my friend's daughter. She was up to dressing up.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's called Suspicious.
Suspicious.
Because you can tell with his face, it's kind of like,
He's up to something.
I don't trust her.
Oh, you don't trust her, huh? She's up to she's got those those eyes, huh?
Yeah.
Those eyes.
You know, and I actually had that throne, that chair.
You have
I
that?
had one, and
Here?
no, yeah, but
Oh my
I
God.
actually ended up selling not too long ago.
Yeah?
So in Photoshop, it's actually two different pictures, so I made them into one. So I made it like if it's two chairs that belong together, and when it's actually just one chair.
Wow. Oh, so you shot it separate, and then you put it together, Photoshop, and then you painted it.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's got the strands here.
Yeah.
And these are little.
These are all ink sketches.
ink sketches.
Yeah, so this is just sketches because I don't really sketch anymore like with pencil, because you want to you do pencil and it's kind of like, oh, let me erase it because I didn't want it like that. You do pen, it's like, oh crap, you know.
So you're
let
kind
me
of.
keep going.
Are you kind of like forcing yourself to just like?
Oh yeah, and I've been doing it
Over
for like 2-3 years, just sketching with pen.
So that makes you like get better, right? Like,
yeah, it forces you to get better, and if you mess up, then you figure out how to fix it.
Wow.
But the way you figure out how to fix it, I think what helped me is because with my tattoos, 80% of what
Can't
I
fix
tattoo,
the skin.
no, 80% of what I do in tattoos are cover-ups.
Oh, okay. You're fixing their work.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
crazy.
that's kind of how
Dang.
that kind of crosses over, you know.
Yeah, and how long did it take before you felt comfortable with a tattoo on somebody?
It didn't take long.
It took long,
No.
because you draw.
I've been drawing since I was a little kid.
Oh.
Once I got my tattoo kit, this was like over 20 years ago. My neighbor was like, "Hey, you can practice on me. I've seen your drawings." And I'm like, "Okay."
Brave man.
Yeah, and the outline came out really good. I needed some work on my shading.
Right.
And then his friend saw it, goes like, "Hey, you can practice on me too." And it kind of went off like that. So
just
it
what
didn't take
happened?
very long for me to end up in a shop, a tattoo shop.
And so you've been doing that for 20 years.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's what I'm talking about, passion. Mario Lopez has a place where he actually hangs out and does his passion. This is what you do for a living pretty much, right?
9 to 5.
Tattoo, 9 to 5, tattoo, art, painting, everything to do with this passion. This is amazing, Mario. How do people find you if they want a painting or if they want a tattoo? How do they find you?
The majority of the time, all my like commission paintings, I always get hit up like on Instagram.
Okay.
So I always throw my Instagram, which is Mario Lopez Art. On Instagram, Facebook, all the social media, it's Mario Lopez Art.
Mario Lopez Art. Check this guy out. He's doing his passion, and we'll see you next time. Late.